5 things you need to do right now in FIFA 23. If you master these 5 things right now, guys, you will be ahead of 99% players in EAFC. First up, we have defensive positioning. By defensive positioning, I mean keeping your defensive shape and keeping a defensive structure. As you can see, if you keep a straight line like this, where both of your CBs are CBs, LB is LB, and RB is RB. RCM is RCM, LCM is LCM, right? Once you keep this shape, you will not give too much space to the opponent and you will be able to take the ball back, right? On the other hand, guys, if you mess up with the defensive shape, this is what actually happens. As you can see, we are attacking and the opponent pulls his players out of position. Because he pulls them out of position, we have this open passing lane into our striker. Now imagine if he didn't pull his Ramos out of position, he would be standing with Mbappe and this goal would have had never happened. But because he pulled his players out of position, we passed the ball into Mbappe, we ended up scoring this easy goal. Once again, you can see the opponent, he pulls his center back to the position where his left back should have been, right? And now his left back is somewhere in the midfield, like you can see. What happens? We pass the ball inside to our strikers and we use that space to score this easy goal, right? Now look, we are just keeping our shape, we are right stick switching, keeping our defensive positioning, keeping our shape. We are using our CMs when we can and we are going to push him off the ball, get the ball back, right? Talking about switching, guys, right stick switching is crucial when it comes to keeping the shape of your defense. As you can see, we are constantly switching between our players. Why are we doing so? We are doing so that we can maintain our shape. What you guys basically do is you switch to one player and then you keep tracking with that player and you keep spamming the L1 button. You do not need to do that. Instead, you want to focus on using right stick switching, right? But it's not always about just keeping the shape and running back. Once you have kept the shape, and you need to anticipate if the opponent is going to make a pass. If he is going to make a pass, you are going to step up just like this, right? We anticipated he will make this pass, we stepped up and got the ball back. And you can use second man pressure to constantly apply some sort of pressure while maintaining your shape. If you master these 3 fundamentals, guys, your defense will look something like this. Now, defensive fundamentals are not going to change. If you master them right now, your defense will look like this in FC24 as well. So you have defensive positioning, you have right stick switching, and you have second man pressing. Guys, if the video has been helpful so far, make sure to click that like button. That brings us to our second trick that we are going to be talking about. That is passing, right? So many people struggle with passing. That is mainly because they are not passing in the direction they are facing. You should always pass the ball in the direction you are facing, right? And you need to incorporate using the radar, right? If you make it a habit of glancing at the radar, if you just slightly glance at the radar, guys, you can see the open passing options that you have, right? And one more thing, guys, never panic and always turn into the empty space using left stick, right? Because most of you guys just panic and you want to rush the ball forward. Don't rush. Use the radar, use the empty passing options and see how the opponent behaves. Once you know how he is behaving, you will see empty passing opportunities and goal scoring opportunities as well, like we did over here. That brings me to point number 2, that is passing the ball in triangles. If you pass the ball in triangles like we did, LM, LB into LCM back to LM, you will create patterns, and once you create patterns, you will open up more space for yourself. Now this is the most crucial aspect, that is controlling the midfield. If you can control the midfield, you are going to win most matches. How can you control the midfield, guys? Once again, you have to evaluate your options by looking at the radar. You wanna hold the ball in the middle of the pitch. You don't want to rush. You want to see how the opponent reacts to the way you are keeping the ball. And if you do that, you will see spaces are going to open up. If you control the midfield, you will score more goals. This is the key. You want to control the midfield, guys. If you can control it, you are going to win most matches. Now, is it going to change for EAFC? No, it is not. So if you can master it, you will go far ahead. This brings me over to sprint boost. You want to master these 2 sprint boosts, guys. L1 sprint boost is first up. You basically just hold L1 and then exit with the R2 button. Hold L1, exit with the R2 button, right? Once you do that, your player will accelerate to maximum speed. This speed boost has been in the game for 6 years and it is going to stay in EAFC as well. And we have step over speed boost as well. How do you perform the step over speed boost? All you have to do is perform a step over and exit with the R2 button. This is how you perform a step over, and remember to exit with R2 button. This will give you the sprint boost. Talking about sprinting, guys, It is very important knowing when to sprint and when not to sprint. See, whenever you have ample of space in front of you, that is when you should be sprinting. Most of the FIFA players, they all want to just sprint all the time, and that is wrong, because when you are sprinting, you are not having a ball contact, right? What is ball contact? It is basically having a touch with the ball. When you are sprinting, the ball is further away from your feet, making it easy for the opponent to get the ball back from you. Instead, if you will jog with the ball, if you will not spam the sprinting button, like I said, only use it when you have space in front of you, you will open up more spaces for yourself. It will be harder for the opponent to get the ball back from you. Now, the most important fundamental that we are going to talk about, dribbling. Yes, guys, dribbling is very important. Left stick dribbling, right? See, with left stick dribbling, you have to use it in combinations. You see how I received the ball? Look at my left stick. Where is it facing? It's facing in front of me. You always want to accept the ball towards the empty space on the first touch, right? This will open up spaces for you, and use it in combination with ball roll. Now you might ask me, but my dribbling feels slow. I have good news for you, because from what I have heard, dribbling is going to be good in FC24, okay? Now, in order to master left stick dribbling, you want to learn to move it gently like I am moving it right now. If you will move it gently, you will be able to make rapid turns, right? This is where most people struggle. I have been preaching this since years, and I must insist on it. Again, you want to gently move the left stick. You want to see where the player is approaching you from. Don't try to be Lionel Messi, right? This is where most people get it wrong. They want to beat players like prime Lionel Messi, guys. No. Left stick dribbling helps you to open up spaces for passes. It helps you to open up spaces for shots. You want to accept the ball into empty spaces. You just want to use it for everything, not just to beat players. And yes, you will be able to beat players when there is an opportunity, but this shouldn't be the primary goal of it. If you look in this example, we are using left stick dribbling to take touches, to turn and accept the ball in empty spaces. This opened up space for us to take this shot. Now I cannot cover everything related to left stick dribbling in this video, and that is why you should check this video out here to master dribbling once and for all.